Yo, what up? It's your boy, back at it again for another guide. So today I'm gonna go over a little bit of a resource management because I've noticed this often and it becomes quite a problem that eventually you just run out of fishes to make the food for your Digimon, right? So I'm just gonna share with you guys what I do. It may not be optimal, though I think it is. But I'm just gonna, if you have any better options or tips, just hit it in the comments, okay? So, the problem, right? Not having enough fishes to actually give them to your Digimon. The fishing minigame, it unlocks as you play the story, and the fishes are very exclusive to the areas they're in. Though some fishes repeat here and there, but you're often gonna need the purple rarity ones to make the food for your Digimon, right? The very first thing I need to mention before we get into this, because I guess it is going to end up being a fishing guide as well. Go to the Pandamon shop, buy the freeze fishing rod you've ever seen, because honestly, everyone should be able to afford this one. I'm gonna be honest. And to get like extra fishing attempts, you're gonna have to buy this. Okay, this thing. It gives you extra fishing attempts. These other items, they regulate the amount of fishes that you get, I believe. And it depends on what type of fish you're looking for. You can buy this. I generally don't, but you can if you want to. And the fishing rods, they seem to be nice, but I haven't found it like worth it with all the events and stuff that we're getting currently, so I've been holding off on that. So to buy the extra fishing attempts and actually get the fish, you're gonna need these crystals. I believe they're called life crystals or something like that. And the easiest way that you can get them, believe it or not, is by deleting Digimon, right? If you see here, just by pressing the button, it gives you 30 for one egg. You're gonna be getting a lot of eggs, and basically just pick them up, right? Press this button to place new eggs. There you go, right? As you play the game, you're gonna be getting a lot of these. The daily missions you get also give you them, but I wouldn't suggest that you delete every single one of them. The reason being is the little numbers over here on the top and the random stats. You can also check for the evolution lines if there's something like a specific Digimon you want. Like for example, the Gilmon line just came out today, right? And I don't have a Gilmon, so what can I do? I can just feed this guy into Koromon, and then into the Gilmon line, and that way I get one, right? That's the early game use, but as you get into the mid and late game currently, which is really not that mid and late game, I guess, in like 2 weeks from now, you're gonna be needing a lot of resources, right? So what do I do? The first thing, these two buttons in the bottom are your friends. With this first button, you just select the Digimon. It will automatically raise it and feed it, and you just have to pick the evolution line that it goes into. It is really a really good way to just use your time here. And the other button, if you select it and confirm it, it's gonna show you how many crystals you're gonna get for like all at once. And you just confirm it, boom, right? You can go back to the fishing menu after that, in the Pandamon shop, and just buy a bunch of crystals, right? Another use of these crystals are also in this section of the shop, right? And this is more if you are in a pinch and you need like one specific item a lot. Because if you buy these two boxes down here, this first box gives you the purple fishes. It is selectable, so you're gonna get exactly what you want. And this other box is the food items, and you can get just one, right? You'll notice the price, right? It's 300 for each, and as opposed to the fishing shop, it's 15 for trying to fish once, right? So and you're also gonna get more fish per fishing if you do the mini game. So yeah, you gotta think about that one. And if you have never fished before in the game, all you need to know is that you gotta just gotta press this button. Okay, it's that simple. Just hit the yellow lines. It is easy. When you reach the mini game, it is going to start going faster, and the way that the scoring system works. Let me just keep fishing so we get there. So the way that this system works is this bar that's above my, or this little Agumon icon over here. It counts up the more you successfully fish. So if you get rarer fish, it goes up by a higher value, right? And as you fish, the odds are gonna go up. Eventually, you're gonna hit it, and you're gonna be able to access the minigame. For me, it's usually after like 5 tries or so. But I would suggest to like be a little bit careful. So when the screen shows up, minigame is here. And the way that this works is the more hits you get in a row, the better. It's gonna increase your score, it's gonna increase the amount of fish you get. And it does cost 15 of the fishing attempts, right? But you're gonna be seeing that I got a lot more than 15 fish. So just hit it, try to get as many hits in a row as you want and can. Because again, the more the better. The reason for that is that the score goes up every time you fish. Oh no, I missed. And if you're in a combo of fishing, of hitting the yellow line in a row, you get more points. Okay, 400 points is pretty decent. Could have been better, but it's decent. Now you see my score, and when I tap here, these are all the fishes I got, and I also got some crystals back. A little bit of refund, right? So you can see 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 fish. I got 1 extra. And the crystals, right? Which does let you buy a bit more fishing attempts. When you're starting out, the leveling up is going to give you a few extra attempts as well. And one last thing that I should mention is that this book here, it's actually taking account of how many of each fish you have, and it does give you rewards for giving 1 fish to the collection. So, and that's basically what I do with the Digimons that have the true cost over here, right? You guys remember that I digivolved the ones that had 3 on them? And the reason for that is because I just saved them for this menu here. So let me just pick a Digimon I want. And then you just go in here and you give them extra points, right? Just use them here, or save them, digivolve them, do whatever you want. Because the ones that have the 3 in here are just gonna give 3 points to this system instead of the regular 2, right? And that maybe is a better use for them. And yeah, that's the gist of like what I do with my fishing, right? If you keep this cycle up, every day you're gonna get a few eggs. Whenever you do dungeons, you're also gonna be getting a few eggs. So whenever you do any of these, you're gonna be getting a few eggs as well, which is extra resources. And putting it all together, you actually get a really good system to generate you weekly resources. Or just daily, I guess, in this case. And don't forget, you can always just buy the specific fishes that you want. Right, you're never gonna run out if you keep going like this. Unless you just speed up through the game too much. On the cooking part, you just need to remember that, for example, if it's your first time making a Digimon's food, you're gonna need to fill this bar up, which is just making it 6 times. And I believe that if you do well on the mini game, you're gonna get actually like 2 food items for it. So let me just give you an example. Right, just doing the minigame. All you gotta do is just press the buttons. The way I set this up on the emulator, on LD player, is that you can use buttons to work as hotkeys. But if you're just playing on your phone, it's probably easier than that. to display this. Getting the score to go up by hitting the minigame early, it only serves for the scoring system. It doesn't serve for the auto cooking portion of this. And it doesn't give you more food or less food. Only if you do really bad on the minigame, you're gonna get like 1 food instead of 2. But if you get 2 and you make it 3 times, the food can be automatically cooked for your Digimon just by pressing this button here. Right? And that is basically the gist of it. Now, if your Digimon doesn't have its food item showing up, you're gonna have to visit this menu and buy the specific food item. But the food items are added here as soon as the Digimons are available, so you can always get it, right? It's a very simple process. So with the food items that you made, if you want to increase Digimon's level cap, all you have to do is just tap on them and then go to this button down here. And you'll see that their favorite food will always give 500 points, 100 points for the other Digimon's food. So it's really not advisable that you just make someone else's food and feed your favorite ones. And whenever this bar fills up with the points from feeding, the level cap increases to the one shown here. So as you can see, the more you play, the more expensive it's gonna get, and you're gonna need to be making the same food item quite a few times, right? And that's basically it. That's basically like the end goal of the system, right? Now for some things I forgot. That being said, you might also have another question with this, which is where do I get the meat for the game? And the dungeons are your best bet, okay? They will drop it very frequently. You will have more than you need most of the time. As you can see on my game, oh, wait, you can't see it. I thought you could. Let me just speed up the eggs. I have 661 meat, which is way more than I would possibly know what to do with, right? And yeah, that is basically it for this system. So don't forget to do your dungeons. It will give you important resources, and have fun. Yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you guys on the next guide. Thank you all for watching, and bye-bye.